Hey everyone, happy holidays and welcome to the Gleich Racing YouTube page. Got a special holiday edition video dropping today. Just going to be walking through what I've selected as the top gifts for that snowmobiler in your life and really just help give you an idea of what they may be interested in, what trends are kind of going through in the industry right now, as well as maybe some of those gifts that Santa Claus may be dropping for yourself, and get yourself something under the tree. That's always a good surprise as well. So I've broken it up to 3 different categories to help make it easier for what these gifts are going to be about. The first one here is going to be clothing and accessories, really the products that are going to be making the ride more enjoyable when you're out there in the cold weather. And first item on the list is going to be the Climb Tomahawk jacket. So this jacket is going to be just a shell jacket. It is something I've worn trail riding for the past 10 or so years. Really enjoy that just because it does give you the flexibility to add different layers underneath that shell. So if it's a warm day, you have less layers, cold day, obviously having more layers and really kind of dressing and have that adjustability throughout the day. So when I'm trail riding, I generally enjoy wearing a shell to have that flexibility due to the different temperatures. And this jacket's held up really well. I've put it through some really big, really bad abuse over the last 10 years. And honestly, it looks almost as new as the day I bought it. So highly recommend the Tomahawk jacket. It has some really great ventilation features as well. So if you're in those really big bumps and building up the heat, easy to unzip the vents and cool yourself down. So between the quality, the comfort, really highly recommend the Tomahawk jacket if you're into a shell type jacket. So the next item on the list is the Climb Allure jacket, which is a woman's jacket. So for the lady riders out there, this is a fully insulated jacket. It is one that I bought my wife last year for Christmas, who's notoriously cold all the time. And it was the first time I've ever heard her on the side of the trail say that she was warm. I think that's testament enough to the jacket that it's great just for that quality and comfort just to wear and actually have some warmth on the side of the trail. So a nice lightweight jacket for the women riders out there that I think is really good. And typically we would want a little bit more insulation for those female riders. So highly recommend that jacket there. And they have some really cool colorways as well coming out this year. I was looking just before this video and got a really cool looking teal jacket. So specifically, that would be my preference for a jacket. It is pretty cool looking. So check that one out. So a great option for putting all of your gear that we've now purchased for this person is a gear bag. So there's a lot of different options for gear bags out there. One of the easiest things to help improve your riding experience on ride day is a gear bag, in my opinion. Previously, before I had a riding bag, basically just had everything tossed into the truck, and then when you get to the trailhead, you're searching for your gloves, for your balaclava, for all that stuff just throughout your truck. It's just a mess. So gear bag helps it stay organized, and then you can tuck it away in the house so it's out of the way. Really recommend a gear bag. Climb has a great option. The Climb Kodiak bag has some nice rolling wheels on it, so it is easy to carry around. But then another alternative to that would be the Woody's Traction gear bag. So a different price point for this gear bag. I haven't personally used it like I have the Kodiak bag, but looking online, it does look like a really good gear bag. Nice compartments for your different boots, your gloves, balaclava type thing, so you can separate all that out. Probably don't want your boots sitting next to your helmet, just for obvious smell reasons. Every once in a while, the boots can take over the bag, but those compartments can really help that out. So definitely recommend a gear bag here. Again, check out the Climb. Woody's has one as well, and then some of the OGO bags are pretty nice as well. Some great accessories to consider here are going to be focused on the helmet area. First of which is going to be the Cardo Pack Talk system. So it's a great Bluetooth communicator and headset for a helmet where you can wirelessly pair your phone and play music, but it's also great because it also can create its own network to talk to other Cardos in the area. I've been using it on my motorcycle quite a bit and really impressed with the quality of the microphone and talking. I can be going down the highway and be talking on the phone, and the other person doesn't even realize I'm on the bike. So really crisp, clear quality on that, and the sound quality in the speakers is pretty good as well. So when you're getting the music going and you want those tunes for when you're ripping down the trail, Cardo is a great option there. They do have a duo set if you wanted to get a his and hers, a little bit of an option there where you can save some money and then you can be talking back and forth with your significant other or the person you're getting this gift for. The next option here is the LJE Blizzard Buster LED helmet light. So if you haven't seen these before, it's a pretty cool option where on the back of the helmet there's an LED strip that integrates in with your electrical heated shield cord for power. And they have all different kinds of colors and they nicely integrate with different helmets as well. So really helps with the visibility, especially at nighttime when you're kicking up a lot of snow dust and it hides from that brake light. The helmet light can pop out pretty significantly, honestly, and it's a very bright light. So when you're just riding behind someone, coming up behind that rider, you can actually see that they're there. So a great safety feature and a great way to kind of add some style to your helmet with picking out whatever color helmet light you want. All right, so we covered the clothing and accessories. Now we got to focus on the actual snowmobile itself. What accessories are we going to be adding to the sled? The first one here is a great option for, especially for colder weather. If somebody already has handguards on their sled, PowerMad does make a great gauntlet that goes over the handguard and over your hands. So something that is very comfortable to wear in that colder weather. You can wear a thinner glove, have better hands on the controls, and have that gauntlet really still provide the warmth. So this is a great option if they already have handguards. PowerMad does have that option that goes over the handguards. They also have an option if the person does not have handguards. So make sure you kind of check that out. But it is a great option. One of the things I highly recommend, especially if it's below 0 temperatures, to throw a set of gauntlets on there. And then honestly, you can turn the grips on and wear dirt biking gloves. It's super comfortable and something I highly recommend for those cold weather days. The next item going along with rider comfort still is going to be the ISO Vibe handlebar riser from Grip and Rip Racing. So I've talked about this in a video in the past when I was setting up my race sled. So if you haven't checked that out, go back, watch that video. But essentially this ISO Vibe installs in parallel to your riser off of the steering post and has rubber dampeners in it. So it takes out the vibration from whatever you would have from the trail or the engine vibrations, just essentially eliminates that and takes a lot of the fatigue out of the handlebars and just makes everyday riding a lot more comfortable. This next item is something that often gets overlooked or overthought for people on their snowmobiles is the ski runner or wear bar, and highly recommend going out to Woody's Traction, checking out the Maverick wear bar specifically. It's a great wear bar that Woody's does have available for pretty much every snowmobile out there. It is a shaper bar style, so it is really good traction and grip in kind of all conditions, more so tailored towards an aggressive trail rider, but I've kind of ridden in all types of terrain and all different kinds of conditions with this wear bar and really enjoyed it and thought it was a great all-around trail bar. So highly recommend the Maverick wear bar by Woody's. If not, the dually is also a great option if it is a lighter rider. With the dually, there's a lot less darting with the snowmobile, and I found with kind of some of the lighter riders out there, they're more prone to having the sled kind of go around, or if your sled in general is prone to darting, that the Woody's dually bar is a great option. But those are kind of my two recommendations for Woody's, so go check those out. And the last item specifically to the snowmobile I'm going to recommend today is the Skidoo Lynx stackable gas can. So it is a 4-gallon gas can that you can stack another bag on top of. So if you're purchasing for someone that does have a Skidoo, this will fit right onto the snowmobile. If you're looking for other brands, there are different adapter plates that can be put on. Skidoo's kind of the primary accessory provider in this market with the Lynx system, just because it is so easy to slide the bags on and off, and they can lock as well. So this is a great gas caddy option just because you can still stack another bag on top, so you're not losing that precious tunnel space, and you can include more storage than if this gas can was essentially just sitting there. But gas cans in themselves are a great option just because you are out typically kind of in the middle of nowhere when you're out snowmobiling, and gas stations can be scarce. So it is a great option just to keep a couple extra gallons on hand, and this is a great option for that. This category is a little bit miscellaneous with the items in it. We're going to be focusing on a little bit of the utility of snowmobiling with these at first. And the first item is really more on the survival side, looking to help a rider get out of a tough situation, or honestly help clear a trail too. If you're out after a snowstorm and you have trees falling onto the trail, you can help clear those trees out of the trail itself. So this item is a hand chainsaw. So it's essentially just the chain off of a chainsaw with handles on both sides. It packs down really nice and small, so it doesn't really take up much room in your bag, and it's easy to use. You literally just wrap it around the tree and you just move it back and forth, and then pull up towards you to actually make that cut. So it's an easy device to use, and it's really small, lightweight, and packable. So it's something great to have in a bag just as an emergency purpose, or like I mentioned, clearing out trails after a storm. It's great to help those local clubs out. And then another great item to keep in your tunnel bag is going to be just some tools themselves, and making sure that you have the tools that can make a fix from something minor to hopefully nothing too major, but whatever helps you get off the trail and back to your truck and trailer is important to have in your snowmobile, as well as stuff that can help you make adjustments if you need to make adjustments to your suspension when you're out there, just to have a better time out riding. And CT Power Sports has a great toolkit already available where they do pack essentially everything that you would need for kind of those minor adjustments and maintenance items where you are trailside for a skidoo. So highly recommend that, just because it is pretty much ready to go for you. You can obviously make your own kit. This kit is nice just because it does have a nice caddy and it is all put together. So it kind of takes the legwork out of it, and a lot easier for someone just to give this as a gift. This next item is probably the most essential item on the list. So the past few years has been a little light in the snow department for most areas. So what we really need here, a snowmaking machine, obviously. So we did find this backyard snowmaking machine available. Might be just kind of a fun little gift that you could have and make some snow in your backyard. If not, maybe just for the kids to make some snow so they can go rip around on the 120s. But hopefully we don't need it this year, but you might want this one as a backup. And now for the gift, if you really, really, really like this person, would be the 2025 MXZ XRS Competition 850 Turbo. Yes, a $24,000 snowmobile would be great. You may need a bigger tree, but hey, Santa might be rolling in on it, so what a great sled to have. All right, everyone, thanks for watching, and again, happy holidays. Comment below what is some of the items that you're looking for this holiday season. And again, hopefully we won't need that snowmaking machine, and we get plenty of snow, but yeah, just excited to get on the trails. And Christmas is time for spending time with family, but it also means getting the sleds ready because the snow is starting to fall. So enjoy time with family and get those sleds ready to go. Thanks, everyone.